Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Going to take a break from the MJ stocks and do an update here on NANODIMENSION, but be doing some more MJ stocks since it's 4:20 here after this one. So if you're into those, tune back in and you'll be finding some more MJ plays. But back to NANODIMENSION, ticker NNDM. I've talked about this one a couple times here on the channel. This one is kind of pissed off a lot of people here as of lately. You can see a nice run up of 1666 back in January, kind of a dip, and then hit another high of 1672. Down the water slide here in the month of March, and had a run up and then nice run up and then back down again. So if you wanted to trade this one and could time it right, I suppose you could make some pretty decent money on it, but it's kind of had a 27% haircut here in the last month and a 6% haircut in the last week. So could have bought in the dip here, and then it had a kind of a nice run up today. So I got some news coming out about this one. I haven't bought any more of this one. That would have been a good opportunity yesterday. As you can see, I still have my 15 at 432. I have some more in a retirement. Here's a little, if you want to go over and see what it's about, it's the major catalyst is the dragonfly here, so feel free to pause and go over that information. If you're watching this, I'm sure you know all about NNDM. It's been around since 2012, $1.86 billion market cap. Got earnings coming up on May 12th. Pre-market, I want to put that on your calendar. Here's when I bought mine back in November. So I've been kind of sitting on these for a while, and just been kind of waiting for it to do its thing. So should have cashed out when it was in the 16s, but didn't. This is dated on the 8th. NANODIMENSION appoints Henan Gino as Chief Product Officer and Head of Strategy M&A. And as you can see, this is dated on the 8th. So, again, they're an additively manufactured electronics printer, 3D printing provider, announced today that it appointed Henan Gino as Chief Product Officer and the Head of Strategic M&A. So I think these are maybe a slower play. It's going to be kind of up and down until this totally takes off. I feel this might be a 2 or 5 year play, might even be a 10-year play to get them really get great returns back on this one. Who knows, in 5-10 years they might have another product out by then, so who knows. But for over 30 years, Mr. Gino has been a senior executive leading international technology corporations. Here it kind of goes over a little bit about what he has done. He was responsible for 1,200 employees, grew the SI's revenue from 200 to 400 million annually. Prior to joining Verint, spent 23 years at Orbitech, a global technology company whose products are used in consumer and industrial electronics and adjacent industries. And I'm not going to read it all there to you, so feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself, or else you can go right to the source on Yahoo Finance. I'm excited to join NANODIMENSION. Nano's technology has the power to revolutionize the global electronics industry while addressing multi-billion-dollar markets and industries I know well. So that's what we like to hear, and someday this has got to take off and stay. But maybe it'll be volatile until it does hit that mass point. It's hard to say, so. Here's some more information. This is just dated yesterday. Oded Gurad, Senior Advisor to Rothschild & Company, joins NANODIMENSION's Board of Directors. So again, they're appointing some Board of Directors, so maybe we're looking at a new management team to turn this thing around. Again, 3D printer electronics announced today that appointed Board of Directors effectively immediately. So maybe that will help in some of the volatility and keep the price going up where we want it to be. Until then, it does provide a buying opportunity if you look at it that way. And again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just throwing that out there. Some of these you just need to have patience with. But I'm still bullish on this company until somebody totally proves me wrong, or I totally see it dive and stay there and never recover. But hopefully that's not the case with this one. Again, this kind of goes over some information, what he's done in the past. If you find that relevant, go ahead and pause the video and read that for yourself. I'm not going to totally dive into it, but this talks about NNDM as a provider in intelligent machines, fabrication of additively manufactured electronics, highly fidelity, active electronic and electromechanical subassemblies are integral enablers of autonomous intelligent drones, cars, satellites, and smartphones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major catalysts with this one. And medical devices, so basically 5 again, so you can cover all bases. Again, that's why I'm bullish on this particular company, is because they're into drones, which I've talked about, cars, EVs, I've talked about numerous times, satellites, I've talked about 5G, talked about Apple here on the channel. So I've kind of covered all those, and NNDM is into all of those. Here's another article. As of today, acquire machine learning, deep learning leader DeepCube Limited. That's pretty deep. This goes over the DeepCube management, DeepCube team members. So they announced today that they have signed a definitive agreement to acquire DeepCube, a world leader in machine learning, deep learning. NanoDIMENSION will pay the shareholders of DeepCube approximately $40 million in cash and $30 million in American depository shares. DeepCube technology applies numerous patented breakthrough algorithms and improved data analysis and deployments of advanced deep learning-based artificial intelligence systems. The machine learning application includes faster and more accurate training of deep learning models and drastically improves inference, performance, and real-time metrics. So there's scientists and engineers, all of whom are expected to join NNDM upon closing of the transaction. Veterans of Defense Forces, Homeland Security, and government big data agencies, as well as academic and industrial research institutions. Here it kind of goes over some of the founders, similar supply chain issues as described recently in the public media in relation to semiconductor industry are hovering over the printed circuit board fabrication and assembly industries, approximately 65 to 70 billion in size for fabrication. So this could add some new flavor to the NNDM as well, and so like I said, just need to be patient with this one, and it should go back up, and maybe we'll hit a $20 price at the end of the year with what they have going on. So it talks about the brain is expected to manage a neural network of edge devices, self-learning and self-improving their efficacy and self-managing and maximizing yield throughout the total network. NNDM machines shipping today are especially next-generation devices which are under development with edge devices and digital fabrication neural network solution as described above. In conclusion, I think the personal computers of 1988 to 1998, which metamorphosed from the standalone personal device to an edge device of the local area networks, then to the wide area networks, then the internet, and eventually the cloud. NNDM Industry 4.0 vision means eventually of maintaining inventory and high-end electronic devices in digital form. Print them as you need them. So I think these are very good catalysts for NNDM. We'll see what it does to the stock price here. It's not going to happen overnight, but I still have faith in this company. I've liked this company ever since I first looked at it, and just has a lot going on, and so we'll see what happens in the future here. And some of this we kind of already covered, been covering NNDM for months, and after those dark days, finally some awesome news. So another person talking about it here. Keeping mine until 2025 plus. So right there you have it. So this is a long-term play. This isn't going to happen overnight. 500 shares bought by ARK. So maybe it's just a bump and a buying opportunity. ARK's buying it. A lot of people are still bullish on it, saying it's a long-term play. It is a long-term play. It's always been a long-term play for me. I knew this one wasn't just going to jump up overnight. It did. But then it came down. Probably it had a sell-off. People took profits, so on. 18 minutes, bullish. Tech company, be one of the top success stories of 2021. Been a great 24 hours. ARK buying again, and finally an acquisition. So again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice. I might look into buying some of this on the dip that we have going on, and cause it sounds like it could be going back up. We'll just have to wait and see, but see what happens with this one. And as you can see, everybody's still bullish on this one. So, and if you want a nice Hawaiian or a Hawaliti shirt, those are pretty crazy. I'd wear it. But that's about it for NNDM. We'll see if TipRanks has anything here. But again, if you have this one, go ahead and leave it in the comments along with your cost basis and how many shares you have, and hit that like button if you haven't yet. Hit the like button, and maybe TipRanks will work here. Oh, it's slowly coming up. 727, no recent analyst ratings for this one. So I don't know what's going on with TipRanks. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but and again, if you haven't hit that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing if you haven't, and hit that bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.